Well, what a pleasant surprise this is to have you with us today. I didn't expect this, even though I told you this morning we're shooting videos when we woke up.
Right.
I didn't expect you to actually do it.
It's a complete surprise.
Still a surprise.
I surprised myself.
You look really tired still.
You know, I worked 16 hours straight yesterday.
How's it feel?
My body, I feel old. Is this what being old feels like?
No, that's what overworking yourself feels like. But, yeah, so what'd you do yesterday?
I worked my day job and then I worked my night job for double the amount of time I normally do.
Okay, cool.
And the most fun part of my day was when I got stuck in an elevator with a bunch of panicking older white folks.
Nice. How'd they handle the stress of that?
They did not. I don't know. And we were literally stuck for less than 5 minutes and it was just, oh man.
So we're here for some of the cheapest people in the world. This is some of the weirdest things that people do to save money.
I don't know. I've seen that show Extreme Cheapskate.
We have you seen? Yeah, that's right. You have. Remember, a girl would save water, cooking water. You know that thing that costs less than a cent a cup? If you're struggling with a cent of anything, it's a problem.
The only person who I will agree with being cheap is Terry Crews. That's 25 cents worth of milk.
What's the weirdest thing you do? Not the most efficient. The weirdest thing you do to save money. I remember once.
Does stealing count? No, I'm just kidding.
That's not weird. That's efficient. That's efficient.
I do not advocate robbery.
When I drove a truck, I couldn't afford gas. I would stop pressing on the gas when I went down hills to try to save on gas.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I feel that. I feel like I've been extremely privileged because I can't think of anything that I do to save money. You know, one thing that I do to like kind of earn some money back though is like when I go on Starbucks runs, like for my coworkers, like I'll take the money, like the cash that they give me, right? But I'll pay for it with my card instead of with the cash that they give me.
Right.
So then I get the Starbucks points on the card. So I like double the points that I would get. And I still have the cash. So it's like getting double the money.
Ash asked by Redify. What is the weirdest thing that someone you know does to save money? They offer to go on a lunch run for everyone in the office. The place they go to has these punch this card 5 times, get a free lunch. He's basically got to get 5 people lunch and his is free. All he has to do is take a 10-minute walk. Pretty smart if you ask me.
That's great.
Yeah, that's you. That's literally you.
Well, you know, great minds think alike.
Is how most ski trips get organized in college. Usually you organize the ski trip through a travel provider that arranges the bus, the lift tickets, and the accommodation.
Okay.
They tend to do an incentive where every ex-paying customers grants 1 free package.
Okay.
So that incentivizes the organizer to work really hard to recruit lots of people so that they can go for free and bring their friends for free.
We didn't go to a college where skiing was a thing.
No,
so
yeah, that was a really weird place to take it for me.
I was super confused. I was like,
You know, so that's why we have ski trips. Like, what? Ski trips? Who the fuck is going on ski trips?
To be able to afford ski trips.
Right.
When my grandpa was alive, he griped at my dad for leaving the numlock on the keyboard because it was wasting electricity.
Papa, please. Grandfather, whomst I love so much.
Dear.
Old man, which I care about with all of my being. Fam, bro.
My dad gave him a nickel and was like, there. That just covered the next 2 years.
Right.
While he overpaid.
I'm saying, it doesn't cost you a nickel in 2 years.
It was plus interest, okay?
Hella
I had a nickel
interest.
for every time I've had to press the numlock and re-enter the keystrokes that simply move the cursor around the screen. I could roll them in a bank sleeve, curl my fingers around the roll, and bash in the face the last person who touched the numlock on my keyboard.
That's not what I expected at all. I thought you were gonna say I could buy myself a cheeseburger, I could win money in slots.
The number lock should remain on at all times.
I don't think it should ever be off.
Every time I go to click the numbers on the number lock, I think, what other function do you do that I care about? Page up and down? I have 2 page up downs. Why do I need 2 sets of page up downs?
Numlock should remain on.
You know you can change what this does, the number lock key. You know you can change what it does.
Why would you want to?
So you can leave your number lock on all the time.
Oh, okay.
And you can just change what the key does.
Close the door when you walk through it. Put the numlock back on when you're done with the arrow keys.
What?
Who the fuck
Who is
uses
actually using those for arrow keys?
I have 2 sets of arrow keys.
Exactly.
Back in college, I had an acquaintance who was looking at dipping out of a bill.
What?
He would pay the first round of the night because he knew everyone would remember it, and it was usually the cheapest. College bar ears.
Right.
Then he would not even bother to chip in the rest of the night.
Oh, wow.
The worst was dinner tabs.
Oh,
He would all of
no.
a sudden get sleepy, pretending to be too tipsy right before the bill was coming, and put his head down. When it showed up, he would then magically wake up and be perfectly fine after the rest of us split it
Oh
up.
my
Funny
god.
thing is he was so smooth at
Oh,
this
hell
that
no.
most people never even noticed. But I did. I remember you, Jack. Don't be like Jack.
I remember you, Jack.
you.
So then why would you pay if you know, like that's the weirdest thing.
I would split it up evenly
Yeah.
with everybody, including his,
Yeah.
and have everybody pay their shit and leave him with his bill.
And then when he wakes up, or that's your bill, Jack, pay it. I don't understand. It's not hard or offensive. He knows he's bullshitting.
I also, sorry, go ahead.
I'm just saying, he knows he's bullshitting.
I also don't understand this concept of like, if your friend is falling asleep tipsy at the table, why are you guys just letting them sleep?
Yo, at the table, bro.
Why, like, I don't, like, you can't do that. If people sleep at my tables at my job, we get security and security kicks them out.
Yeah, but all the places aren't like rowdy like Vegas is, so I do kind of understand that. Like we deal with drunk people all the time. And if you're from like a smaller place or a smaller college, you might not be that serious, you know.
Fucking loser ass
How
town.
did no one think to ask him when he put his head down to sleep?
Exactly!
I don't know anyone who wouldn't be like you, wake the duck up and pay for your hit.
Exactly!
I don't know anyone who wouldn't. Yeah, me either. Me either.
My friends would probably sneak away and leave the bill with the sleeping
Or
person.
that.
For real.
In Canada, we no longer have the penny, so when your total comes to 2.33, it rounds up to 2.35.
That's a tough one. Doesn't round down, huh?
I
You
was gonna
can't.
say, why would you just round it down?
I don't know why at this point they don't just. I mean, it's not hard to manufacture prices so they would come out even.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't feel bad if it came out to 235. It'd feel real bad if it rounds up to 235. Though.
Yeah.
Or 2.32 would round down to 2.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So it's fair
30.
rounding. Got it.
Whenever a friend of mine makes a purchase, he waits to see the total. If it's going to round down, he pays in cash. But if it's going to round up, he pays with card, since the machine can actually charge you
So
the
that's why, because you can still pay with card.
correct
Yeah,
amount.
that makes sense.
He saves pennies a day. Why not always pay with card and get the
1%
1% or whatever cash
Hey,
back
that's what I'm
that
saying.
most cards offer?
I was getting ready to bring that up, but
He's probably using his debit card, not a credit card.
Right.
This was in the mid-90s.
Touche.
But I worked with a guy who knew the throw-out routines of several closed-by
No.
fast food restaurants.
No.
Wow.
McDonald's.
No.
this is already bad.
No.
Etc.
Please.
Back
It's a
then,
Schlossky.
McDonald's
Not a
would
single clue. I'm about to Google it.
just make a ton of everything, put them under a heat lamp,
Yep.
and they would just get picked up as people
Yep.
ordered.
That is exactly. I don't know if that's what they did. That's why it was so fucking fast food and why it always sucked, kind of.
Yep.
They made that shit an hour ago.
Items had a fairly short shelf life, so they would get tossed. He said most of the time they would all go in the same trash
Oh,
bag.
come on.
Everything in their individual
Oh,
wrappers.
come on.
He somehow knew which bags were which, and would bring home a big bag of Big Macs, quarter pounders, and one omelette. I took his advice
Ew,
and went to
no!
Slowski's right after closing. I opened their dumpster and, sure enough, there was a big garbage bag full of their fresh-made bread and nothing else.
Don't.
I took that back home, froze most of it, and ate for a year on Slowski's bread. That was my only time dumpster
You
diving.
ate it?
But the guy was definitely onto something. That didn't include weight
You
management.
ate it?
So now McDonald's throws away more burgers in a day, and it could solve world hunger if you took all those burgers and gave it to people, you know. And it's not accurate anymore by any means, as you probably see how many franchises of McDonald's even go out of business for not selling enough food.
Right.
They definitely aren't throwing that shit away now. But yeah, that definitely used to be a thing. There's a guy, he was a teacher, and he made this documentary, lived in New York, about dumpster diving for food.
Right.
And he was going through, and everybody's like, yeah, everybody looks down on me or whatever. And he would go to these like high class restaurants, and they would just, he was like on the, because you know they put it on the street in New York because it's not that big. They don't have like alleyways or whatever. He'd be walking down the street, see a bag, and he goes, oh, this is one of the bags right here. And he would open it up, there would be entire meals of, you know, like scallops and shrimps and all kinds of stuff.
Disgusting.
I mean, it's still dumpster diving, so you got that whole thing going for it. But
if you're in a position where you have to dumpster dive,
right,
I don't judge, right? But like, if you don't have to dumpster dive and you do it anyway, that's kind of,
it just feels bad.
Yeah.
It does. It just feels bad. But, you know, that's that. We'll holler at you guys the next one, man. Peace.